Hey, hey, welcome to the official Ann Lynn Show. Sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of. And
I'm
Grace
Lynn.
and Fire.
Yeah. And this is,
I'm Glenda. For those who don't know, we're co-streaming on two different channels this morning.
that's right.
And my mom has an appointment this morning. You know how appointments are. So we brought in Flat Ann. And for those who remember, Flat Ann went on a journey. So my
Yes.
mother is
Yeah.
actually here. She's just stuck doing this.
She's just not here. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
she
let
is.
me
Look
tell
at her. She's above
somebody
your head.
right there.
Right there. She's
Right
going,
there.
Hi, Mom. Hope you're having a good appointment.
She looks like touchdown. Touchdown.
She does. Touchdown. Or she's just like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
That's right. That's right. Oh, speaking of here, speaking of
Yes.
the first one that was commenting this morning was Troy Sutton. He said
That was,
it's 6 a.m. Huh?
it was
He
what?
said Troy Sutton said it's 6 a.m. I won't be able to join today, but I will watch the restream.
Oh, bless his heart. Hey, Troy, I'm so glad that you're going to be watching the restream.
Yes,
And then
hi,
first
Troy.
in line on Grace and Fire was Randy Smith, our favorite trucker. Now he is sewing on a machine. He's making quilts, which I think is
Oh,
awesome. I still haven't mailed out my piece, Randy, and I promise I will
oh,
get it to you. I'm so
okay,
sorry. I still
okay.
owe Miss Rebecca a box full of yarn. I found more, so I still owe her a box of yarn. But yeah,
Speaking of yarn, they, you know how different networks will go and to local businesses and spotlight that business.
oh yeah,
Today, there's a business. It's a yarn business,
hmm
and they are celebrating their 30 years in business in
oh my
Kentucky.
gosh,
Isn't
oh my
that
gosh.
amazing? 30
We
years.
must have been watching the same show because they had knitters and crocheters on there
Yeah.
too.
And
Mhm.
they had chickens, and
I missed that.
they were what do you call it, like comfort chickens? That's not the word, but anyway, they're 35.
Emotional support. Emotional
Yes,
support.
emotional support chickens, and
I missed that.
I thought, well, if they weren't $35, I would buy one for you, but I'm so
Oh,
sorry. That's just I was hoping they were like just a little lower, but they weren't. But
well,
I thought about you.
I had 10 emotional support hens that bring
That's
me
what
my
I thought.
breakfast.
You can go out and hug on any of those anytime that you
I
want.
know. I know. I can bend over and go, hi, Coco or Minnie or, yeah. And they know. They'll talk to me. It's
Chicken
funny.
tender. I know.
Miss Chicken Tender, the most tender of them all, as my son says.
Well, we don't know. She's just soft and comfort, but we wouldn't know how her how she is. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Miss Chicken Tender is very fat, and it's so cute because when I call her, her little fat goes like this, sways back and forth, and she's
Love
like,
it.
"Oh, you gonna give me a treat? You gonna give me a treat? You gonna give me a treat?" And you just see her little body do this, and I would
Oh,
call her the most tender. And then when my little one comes over, she knows that my little one can't throw the chicken scratch out very well, and she just all she does is she goes he go and she dumps it like there's a great big pile.
yes,
And I
yes,
just recently
yes.
had to buy more scratch because quite a bit got dumped, and that's okay. It
That's
was
all
worth
right.
it. It's
Oh
okay.
my
It's worth it.
gosh.
Yeah, but Miss Chicken Tender was like, "Hey, you my best friend. You my best friend."
Well, the next one in at Ann Lynn.
Okay, we're gonna pull it up because we are restreaming,
Okay.
so
Oh,
it will
thank you
show it off a little bit.
very
But
much.
I'll pull up the
And
comments right now.
Jesse's here. Just Jesse said, he said, "Morning, everybody." So
Oh, awesome!
the major said he loves chicken for Sunday dinner. Ooh.
Oh,
So the next one in after Troy was the major. And do you have an ink pen by any chance?
oh, of course. Well, I have a pencil. Does that count? Does a
That
mechanical pencil?
counts. We're gonna
Is that
major,
okay, Major?
major. We're counting a pencil today.
I hope it's okay. Ready?
All right, you ready?
Salute. Salute. Good morning, Major. I'm so glad you're here.
And Wendy from Hard Knock Farms was here next.
Yep,
She was number 2 today.
she was.
And let me just look. I have my phone because I guess I could read it right there. Sure, I can.
Yeah, because I'm doing this a little different. We're using a totally different program than
So,
what the official Ann Lynn Show uses.
correct.
So we're
And
using what I use.
next was Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Good morning.
Good
Where's my
morning.
hand at? There's my hand. Good morning.
Good
Right there.
morning.
So now, if I don't answer you back, it's because I can see the chat right here on the screen, and we'll just talk about the chat. How's that?
That's it. And mom is hanging out, right? Sorry, my camera is right here. I normally have it up here, but my eyes are going a different direction. There's my mother.
For those of you that are here, she has an appointment today. So I am so thankful. You just don't know how much I appreciate Glenda from Grace and Fire with Glenda. We called her at the last minute last night because we weren't sure about the appointment today. I mean, we didn't have this is going to be an appointment. So at the last minute, we called her, and Ann talked to Glenda, and they said, sure, I'll use Restream today.
Yep.
And I can stream my channel, and I can stream your channel. So
what a blessing! I plugged in Mom's channel under my account, and I had an appointment this morning too. So I had a 10 o'clock appointment with Sir Grace, and that's why we are running behind, because as the life of a caregiver, your loved one comes first, and that's one of 2 today. So I'm in between appointments right now.
Okay, so you're good for a little.
I'm good for a little bit. Oh yeah. But Sir Grace does have another appointment.
Did you see where Wendy said, "Oh, neat about the yarn"? We have a store in Guthrie called Swag.
Swag. SWAK yarn store,
there's
but
no
locally,
end in there, right?
Yeah. Locally dyed yarns, and we have a mill that. I mean, I bet those yarns are luxurious, and I mean, I love like local yarn shops like that. That is so cool. I've gotten some really pretty yarns. Miss Ann is here. Hey, Miss Ann. Good morning. I was going to bring up my my spoon, my crooked spoon. I left it downstairs, but I got it, Miss Ann. Thank you so much. Uncle Wayne's crooked spoons are some of my favorites, and I just purchased one. Miss Ann, go ahead and drop the link, or Jesse, drop the link for Miss Ann's shop. If you can make sure that you hit up both of the channels, Grace and Fire and the official Ann Lynn Show, because I believe in sharing this wonderful website out. But I love my Uncle Wayne spoons. I'm going to be using it and put it in my flour container, so that way I can just scoop flour out when I want to knead it. And they're just beautiful. I love handmade all day, every day.
They're beautiful.
Absolutely. And you're welcome, Miss Ann. You are so welcome. Thank you to Uncle Wayne. And thank you for selling them too. I love my Uncle Wayne spoons.
Good morning, Lori. I'm so glad. We are late today because we've had appointments, and Ann is not with us because she is at an appointment. So there it is. She has Miss Ann Dale is the sweetest Southern belle flower of the South.
She is.
Right.
She is. She absolutely is. And I love being able to see the chat, because hopefully the audience likes this, because we are co-streaming, and a lot of people say, hey, I can't see certain person's comment. So we're going to leave it up on the screen, so that way, if you're in one channel, you can see what other people are saying in the other channel. So we are co-streaming.
That way I don't have to look down at my I have my phone on, but I don't really have to read the comments there. It's a blessing. I can read them right here. But speaking of comments, I want to address a comment from Wendy. Wendy said that there are high winds and there's fires near them.
Oh, I saw that video. My heart ached when I saw it.
And her friends have been affected, and she said she'd like prayer. And so we just pray in the name of Jesus that those winds die down. We know they can be strong, and and the fires not come near them. And
Yes.
Wendy, I'd suggest you go out there and you just talk to those winds and you speak
Yes.
to those fires and you tell them they're not coming near your place in Jesus' name.
That's right.
Just do it. Just speak to that storm out there.
That's right.
That's what I would recommend. That's what I would do. So that's what we do. That's what we do.
That's what we do. We do.
Yeah, they're forecasting some possible tornadoes for our area tomorrow. And cameraman's already been saying it's not coming near here.
It's not coming here either.
It's going to die down. That's right.
That's right.
Would you like me to say what today is?
I absolutely would love to. And just real quick before we do, just so you know, I've had to move my camera down. I am under renovation in my office. I've been doing some woodworking and I'm getting ready to paint, and my office is flipped upside down. So I didn't want y'all to see my office. So I apologize that my eyes are kind of going in different directions. I know that probably looks weird.
My eyes.
We're just like googly today, but we're going to get
eyes. We're googly
I'm just trying to remember the camera's right here, not up here like it usually is.
Right there, but if I look right here, I think it's pretty good. Yes, Jesse said, "Hey, Uncle Wayne's spoons are limited, so if you are wanting to pick up one of Uncle Wayne's spoons, get in there today and get your order in."
I have bought several, and I have to say I love each of them. They're so different. I mean, and that's what I love about handmade. Yeah, and his spoons, you can tell where his hands touched it. It's kind of like Sir Grace's. I just love homemade. So Sir Grace turns ink pens, and you can just feel like where the craftsman touched the work of art. And so that's something I love. I love handmade all day, every day. It's the best thing. And that goes with just about every craft out there. So, yeah.
When my youngest son was in college, he took a pottery course.
Oh,
and so he made, because it's college, they could fire it and they could make it where you could use it. Excuse me. And I still have several pieces. So when he is fully moved out of our home, I will be able to display his pottery in the house. So I'm excited.
I did a class right before the big C went down. Like we all had to stay home. I did a class like about a week before that all happened. And I made some pieces and they fired them for me. We were supposed to go back and do that, but because of we're staying home, I let them do it, and I picked it up about 6 months later. And I love my pieces. They're gorgeous.
Oh, they are. The major said today is National Bald Head Day. He
my
said,
God.
Well, at least in my house it is. I tell you a story about bald heads. Yesterday I got to see a friend that used to work at the library. It's a man. And he worked at the library. And so yesterday I went in, I volunteer at the library. So I went in yesterday morning, and sure enough, his truck was there. And he's retired from the library, but he comes in on Wednesdays and does he does different jobs on Wednesday morning for a couple of hours. And so I was like, wow, he's here. So he said to me, he said, I didn't know your son at work the other day. I went into where he works and I heard this, "Hi, Mr. Danny." And he said, I looked up and it was your son. He shaved his head bald, didn't he? And I said, yeah, he shaved all his hair.
Oh, he did. That's funny. Yeah, that would throw him off.
I didn't recognize him.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, good morning, Teresa. Good morning.
Good morning, Teresa. And Wendy, that's exactly what you got to do. Open that window and speak to that.
We have authority. And yes, we have authority in the name of Jesus. Today, March the 19th, I hope it's the 19th, it is Let's Laugh Day.
Whoop, whoop.
It said it's not a day for Debbie Downers. Rather, today is real laughters. Honest to goodness, it's Laugh Day, and that's funny. It's no joke. And
No, you should laugh. It does the body good. Help raise those endorphins and have
absolutely.
a positive day. We all should be laughing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says, join us today in a deep belly laugh that reaches all the way down to your toes. Can you
Oh my
imagine that?
goodness.
And it says, what's the benefits of laughter? It says, forget about the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If you want to be healthier, we encourage you to enjoy the many benefits of
That's
laughter.
right.
Can you
That's
imagine,
right.
Glenda? That a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. Now that's in
I
the
was just
Bible.
getting ready to say that. I was waiting for you to pause. That's what we're thinking the same thing.
I know. That's because you got the word in you, and it just
That's it.
pops up. It just pops up.
It
You're like popcorn.
does. It does. That's awesome.
It says, laugh heartily every day and many times a day. They say laughter is the best medicine. There is plenty of truth to this statement. And it goes ahead and it says, medical studies have shown that laughter lowers the stress hormone cortisol, and it reduces stress. It reduces your blood pressure, Glenda.
It does. It does.
It
It does.
increases the immune system and increases your heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
It lightens your mood and makes you happier. Laughter is proven to help you sleep. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It takes energy to laugh, burning calories. Oh boy, I should just start laughing.
I know. A great weight loss plan. Let's all start laughing.
And it said these should be good enough reasons to cause you to laugh as often as you possibly can.
That's it. That's it. Real quick, I just saw Tiffany just popped in. I want to say good morning to
Oh, Canadian.
Tiffany.
Okay,
Yes, good
family.
morning. Good morning.
Mm,
And then
good morning.
Teresa said, I believe that. All the fun facts. She said, I believe that. Absolutely.
Well, at the library, the Friends of the Library have an area in a corner, and they sell the books. I mean, the overflow books, and they
Mhm.
sell overflow books, and they sell videos and different things. And no, that's not where I purchased it. I went to the Goodwill bins, and I saw Jeff. What is Jeff? Jeff.
Jeff Foxworthy?
Yes, a
Foxworthy? Yeah.
video. A video.
Oh, I love
So I
that.
picked up
Yes.
one of his videos, and I know it's
Mm.
going to be full of laughter. And
Oh,
your mother bought cameraman Jeff, one of Jeff Foxworthy's. You might be a redneck if,
oh, yes.
and
Yeah.
it's in
Or
the it's
here's your
our
sign.
back.
That's what I think all the time. Here's your sign. Did you not know that? Here's your sign.
Yeah, laughter
I
is the
love
best
that
medicine.
phrase. Yeah.
I tell
Yeah.
you what.
And
So
then
and
Wendy says, Tom and I like to watch the funny animal videos or funny things people do. We laugh so hard. I love it. And Teresa said, laughter is the best medicine. And then I like fishing said there was a man diagnosed with cancer. He locked himself in a hotel room and watched Three Stooges, Abbott and Costello, cartoons, and just laughed himself to health and was diagnosed cancer free.
yes, now we've heard that from several sources. It's an article. We read an article. So, you know
Mm,
what? I have to believe it's true. If
yeah.
not, it's still a good way to go, isn't it? Laughing.
I think so. I think so. I'd rather, Grandpa always said, don't live your life in the mully grub.
Oh
And that,
yeah.
that was one of his famous sayings. And I've held on to that so like tightly because I can have a lot of really hard days with everything. But Grandpa always said, don't live your life in the mully grub,
Right. Don't be down.
have a positive attitude.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
no, he had opportunities also to be
Mhm.
down. He
Mhm.
fought good fights and came out on the end
Oh
victorious,
my
but he
gosh.
had opportunity.
He
Yes.
beat cancer, thanks to God. I mean, that was one thing I remember Grandpa going through.
And when it turned out at the end of his life, a doctor told us that he only had one artery left.
Yeah, I
And
was there when that was
had
said.
it for like 10 years, right? He said, you've had this gentleman for 10 years as like a miracle. And I do
Yeah,
believe it was because he had the word of God in his heart. And
absolutely.
he was not a Debbie Downer.
No, he wasn't. And I was just having this conversation yesterday when I went and got my haircut about grandpa. And
Oh,
his life was always filled with joy. Like he purposely made that his
he had to make it.
made it.
Yeah.
Not that everything was hunky dory and happy and all this all 24/7,
Oh
because that's
no,
that's not reality. But
no, no.
he made it a purpose to live the best day every day. And
Yes.
on his very last day, I was with him. So was mom and my kiddos and Dave and grandma. None of us knew that he was going. Like, seriously, there was no sign whatsoever that he was passing that day. And his last words to all of us were, "I'm so glad to see each of you guys." And then after that, he was gone. Like seriously,
Smile.
that was with a smile. Yeah, he was smiling and literally gone. Now, Grandpa and I are going to have a little come into Jesus talk when I get to heaven, because he always said we'd go in a blink of an eye. And for him, it was not, it was in a roll of an eye. So, just a little technicality thing that we're going to have a talk about, him and I. I'm going to tease him the way he used to tease me.
Oh, and you're gonna give him how much money? Because he said you cost him
Oh,
how much money
so
was it?
Well, let me tell that story. So
Yes,
I was
yes,
born
yes.
in
Sorry.
Hawaii, and that my father was in the army, and so that's why we were in Hawaii. And so he flew him and grandma and my uncle over to stay with my mom, waiting on me. So it was a lot of money. And when Sir Grace retired from the military, he told that to my boys. He said, "I had to pay, I think it was like $3,000 for all of us to fly, over to Hawaii to see your mom be born." And my boys go, "Wait a second. Mom hasn't paid you for all that?" And the first thing he looked at me, he goes, "Pay up, Glenda. Pay up." And he put his hand out. And he was joking, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
and I'm sitting there going, "Thank you for coming to see me," and my boys are like, "No, there's late fees, there's interest, the cost of living has changed." And so they conspired this number, and
yep.
somehow it got to $36,000. It went from 3,000 to 36,000 is what I owed my grandfather, because the time that they were there waiting on me and I was holding them up, they had other things to do. And yeah, it was a funny conversation between him and my boys. And the last day of his life, he brought that up, and he told me, he said, "Glenda, pay up." So at his funeral, I printed off Bible bucks and I shared that story. It was the funniest funeral. If you could ever go to a funny
Oh,
the pastor's funerals are fun. I mean, not in a like, "Oh, they're dead," not like that, but like there was so much
no.
joy and laughter. At least that was the story of my grandfather. And
It was your
we were,
grandpa's. You're right, right,
yeah,
right.
and normally they last about an hour, half hour to an hour, but his was 3 hours. And
Yep.
I remember the funeral director kind of like
Came to
doing this
me.
to you.
He came to me and he said, "I don't care how." Oh, he loved Dad. He said,
He did.
I don't care how long it was in January, everybody, into January, so it's very cold.
Mhm.
And he says, "I
Uh,
don't care how long." And I went, "How long's it been?" And it was just shy of 3 hours. And I went like, "Oh my gosh," because it seemed like 5 minutes.
he did.
And he said, "But the salute to the
The
honor guard."
VFW, yeah, the
Yes, the
honor
honor.
guard from VFW
They
was
were they
waiting.
were they've been out there over an hour, and they were getting very cold, so, I had to stand up and say, "Thank you all, this has been wonderful, but,
Cut it
we
off or leave it.
need to
Send
wrap
it
it
to the
up." Right.
cemetery. Yeah, we
So,
couldn't
and,
believe it, but it was the most fun-filled event. I've never been to a fun funeral, but I'm
uplifting.
going to call
It
it a
was
fun funeral.
right,
But it was a
uplifting.
testament to his life. But I stood up and I told the story, and I had my Bible bucks and I flipped them like just
Yeah.
like you do, you know. And my grandmother told me, "I wish you had put that in the casket with him." And I just couldn't do it because my thought was, "Oh, I don't want to trash." You know what I mean? Like I had so much more respect,
Yeah.
but but I shared that story. And so that's been our little laughter, is somehow now I owe him 36,000. And every now and then my boys will bring it up too. Every now and then to this day. I think my grandpa knew that, like, I'm going to get, this ain't going down.
I know, I know. I wanna say good morning to Jerry from Butler Family
Yes,
Farm.
good
Good morning, Jerry has
morning.
come in, and Cynthia. Good
Yes.
morning. Good
And
morning. And
cameraman is here. And Teresa said she's driving. No problem. No.
so she's listening to us, I'm sure. And cameraman is doing chores. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh,
That's
good.
an
I got
old-fashioned
some chores
word.
to be done too.
Oh, now this one's going to be near and dear to all of you. And you're going to
Yes.
find out all of you that own a certain animal. And it's called Poultry Day. Today is Poultry Day. Celebrates chickens, turkey, and other birds commonly. And let me just say what they are: Cornish
Yes.
game hens, chickens and ducks, geese and turkeys, and the less well known are guinea fowl and pheasant. And I think pigeon is it. Yes, pigeon. Ooh, okay. And quail.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, they have pigeons, but I guess if you have any of the poultry list, go grab your poultry and give them a hug or give them some extra
Right.
treats.
Right.
I don't know.
Now
I
it
love
says,
my girls. I love them.
yeah,
And best thing in the world was for us to get chickens. They've been so therapeutic. They're
right.
fun. They're easier to take care of than a dog. Although I love my dog. Do not get me wrong. I
Oh,
love me my dog. And I've always
oh,
loved all of my dogs. But
yes.
chickens, I don't know, they're just easier and they are so funny and sweet.
Oh,
So yeah.
oh,
And
oh,
I
yes.
see something. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy
Happy
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
birthday.
birthday.
We have another birthday too.
I've been waiting for Conquest Mama to come in, or
Um,
Conquest Josh, because today is happy birthday to Conquest Mama. It is her birthday
oh,
today. So maybe she's out. Maybe they've
maybe
gone
Josh
out.
is treating her. Yeah, that's what I
Yes,
think.
yes,
Oh, I'm
yes.
thankful
Uh,
Tom got the metal building for the coop. It won't burn. They also have a pet dove. The chickens are so loving. Yes. Oh, that's
they are.
awesome. Yes. Chickens are very loving. People don't realize that until you go out and you sit with the flock. They have a social group and you can kind of figure out who's friends with who and who's at the bottom of the pecking order, who protects who. I actually have an older hen that protects one of the newer hens.
Oh,
It's a
oh,
whole
that's
thing.
great.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
and Jerry said he's 68 today. Happy 68th. Awesome. I hope you're
yes,
going to do something wonderful for yourself or your family's going to take you out and have a great dinner or lunch. So
yes,
I
Susan and
enjoy the day, whatever it is that you enjoy. Enjoy the day.
enjoy the day. And
Mhm.
Wendy said that she likes to watch animal videos, and I really like how there's videos about chickens, and how when the little boy comes off the school bus or he comes,
Oh,
that the chickens will run to him. Right? Have you seen them
yeah.
where the
I've
chickens
seen
just
them, but
rub
I
their
don't have
coat?
to watch videos. I just have to let Miss Chicken Tender out, let her see my little one. And when my little one is visiting, it's like here comes. It's like, hey, I found my best friend. Yeah,
I
it.
never realized they were so smart. I just never, I
Oh
just
yeah.
never realized it. I've never been. Well, I was around chickens one time, and they were dumb chickens.
No, they
we won't,
are. They recognize up to 50
we
faces.
won't go there.
Um,
We won't go there.
no, they
Um,
recognize up to 50 faces.
yes,
So
yeah. No,
they're
these
very
were babies.
smart.
Yeah, these
Oh,
were babies.
mhm.
Um, who is the most famous chicken? It is Looney Tunes Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh
Foghorn
yes,
Leghorn. Yes.
Foghorn
Which one
Leghorn.
came? Here's chicken philosophy, Glenda. Which came
Okay,
first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken
I'm in. Well,
or
actually,
the
I'm going to
egg?
go with what the Bible said. So I'm going to say, God created animals. So I think the
Yeah,
chicken came first. I
chicken
don't think it
came
was the
first. That's
eggs.
how we got the eggs, right?
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
how we got the eggs.
Hmm.
Chicken.
That's always been my saying.
That's right. Favorite dance? The chicken dance. Is that the one where you go like this?
There
The
you go. That was
chicken.
my little
Okay.
thing.
Let's see here. What is poultry? Oh boy, you guys now just okay. Poultry is any bird or fowl that are used by humans for meat. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Eggs
Yep.
or feathers. eggs. So meat, eggs, and feathers. And I enjoy all 3 of those.
Mm-hmm. And
Right?
major, it's 6 months to a year. That's to answer your question.
Frank Perdue, I guess he'd be the Perdue Farms. It
Mm-hmm.
takes a tough man to make a tender chicken.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
sorry, but isn't that funny?
Oh, I was reading Miss Ann's comment. Our chickens have
Yes.
named my husband Worth. They make a certain noise every time calling him. Minnie does
Yeah.
the same thing to Sir Grace, little Miss Minnie. She had a brain injury, and she took to Sir Grace, and that's how Sir Grace got into chickens because he didn't want anything to do with it. He was supportive. Don't
Yeah.
take it the wrong way. He was super supportive. He helped me build the chicken house and the run. But he was like, once this is set up, this is your project. And then little Miss Minnie had a brain injury, and I rehabbed her. And now she sees Sir Grace, and she makes sweet little noises. Now, if I go outside, they all have a certain squawk for me, and it's so sweet. It's like, oh, she's here. And you can tell the excitement in their voices, and she's gonna let us out. She's gonna let us out.
Wow. Wow.
It's
Well,
sweet.
I have a question for you today.
Okay. Yes.
What time is it?
Okay, we don't have the song, but it's snack
It's snack
time.
time.
All
Grab your
right, what are you
snack.
having first? Now
I
my
have
eyes are looking up here, looking at her.
fruit. I have fruit.
Oh, well, okay. I may not be eating like the most healthiest, so you guys just kind of give me some little grace, but this sounds really good. So I found these at Costco, and they're called Built. And Jesse, you would probably like it. They have 2 different flavors. There's a brownie one, but this one is coconut and chocolate, and it's like a marshmallow, and it's high in protein. I don't remember what the protein numbers are, but I'm trying to eat high in protein. Maybe not. Oh, wait, here we go. It's like a candy bar. It's like my alternative.
Yeah. Yes.
So if I'm going to have a candy bar, that's not always the best. Okay. Sorry. 3 grams of fat, 13 carbs, and 17 grams of protein. And look, it's like, I don't know, it's a marshmallow.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. So I've been on a weight loss journey,
Yes, you
and
have.
I've lost 46 pounds.
Oh, just a minute.
Out.
Congratulations. That is for you and your health journey. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm actually more focused on getting stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And than that,
Right.
I have to say I'm quite a bit stronger. I've had people coming up going, your muscles are popping out.
Yeah. Well, you know who is also very strong, and you're taking after him was your grandpa.
Very strong.
He always was. He was a very strong man. I think when Dad was younger, he lifted weights, but he was always active. He built homes through his whole life, and I mean, build them by himself, homes, you know.
Well, in a
And
church, he physically not only did he
they built
pastor
the
church,
yeah,
but
right. They physically built 3 huge building, or yeah, the 4th building I think was built. I want to say, Conquest Josh, good morning to you. And Conquest Josh, we wished Conquest Mama a very happy birthday, didn't we? Happy birthday to Conquest Mama. And we're just so glad that you're here, Josh. We're very glad. We're glad everyone is here this morning. Oh, I gotta get this seed. I can't eat seeds. Let me get this watermelon seed out of
let me
there.
see what everybody's eating as I'm got a mouthful of food.
You go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Cameraman said an Appalicious Gala.
Yes.
Conquest, or sorry, not Conquest, Josh. Major said it's beer o'clock.
It is. It is. It's a little bit later today.
And thank you so much for the well wishes. I really, Miss Lisa and I have talked from Lazy Days Ahead.
Oh, yes.
And she's been an inspiration. They visited us last fall, and just being able to kind of like listen to her and her journey. I know
Yes.
she lost a lot of weight. I mean,
She's
she's
done
if
fabulous.
you look at her videos from when they first started, not first started channel, because they had the channel for a long time, but when they first got active with the channel, to look at her videos from there to where she's at today, I mean, she's a walking, living, breathing inspiration for me.
Yes.
And we're kind of following the same thing. And I do have a medical team and I have a trainer. So it's just been a journey, but I think the strength part of it for me has been the best part. And I just got up on the scale, but it's not a weight scale. It's a body scan, and it looks at how much water is in your body, like what like your arm weighs, what's your legs weigh. Like it's so detailed, and
Wow.
I'm down more body fat and I've gained lean muscle. So that's what I want. I'm not focused on a number on the scale. I don't have an end weight. I mean, my thing is I want to be the grandma that can keep up with her babies.
Yes.
And I've had some health things kind of go, you got to do something. You got to do something. So that's where I'm at. And Ginger just popped in. She said, "Good morning, lady. Taking a break from outside. We're working outside. Sorry." And then, Conquest Mama, she had a few teeth worked on, so she might not be here. No worries. Please tell her we said happy birthday.
Yes, please do. And speaking of birthdays, are you ready for some birthdays today?
Yeah, I want to hear about some birthdays.
Well, I just have a few of them, and I know that you have a special video to show on the last birthday. Glenn Close, actress Glenn Close, is 78 today.
Oh my goodness, I love her in Home Alone. And wasn't she Home Alone? Or was it? Not her. She was in 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
And that's it. Thank you.
Now I have some older birthdays.
Okay.
But I don't know if you all remember, there was a gentleman named David Livingstone. He lived from 1813 to 1873, and they would say, David Livingstone, I presume?
Oh.
I believe he was in the jungles, right? And they would, so if you've ever heard David Livingstone, I presume, it's from I'm sure it's from the jungles. Because he was out there. Oh, one person in history that I think I'd like to study more is Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp, 1848. Okay. No, this can't be right. I must have done something wrong. Anyway, it says he died in 1929. Well, yeah, that'd make him 90-some years old, wouldn't it? Yes. Yeah. Or 80. So 50 to, that would be 50, be 79, 78. 70. He was about just under 80, I guess. So that is true. It just doesn't seem possible when you read a birthday from 1848, does it? And he died in 1929.
I know.
Wow. That's a wow. I know. Now, the last one that I want to mention, and I know that you have something special. Yeah. Bruce Willis is 70 years old today.
Yeah. And he was diagnosed with a form of dementia. And his wife, Emma Hemming Willis, became his caregiver. And we've heard about that in the news. And being a caregiver myself, it kind of caught my attention. So I listened to her little short and I thought, I'm probably going to get dinged for YouTube for this, but I'm going to still share it. I think it's an important message. So let me go ahead and pull it up and I'm going to get it started.
So this is not something I would normally comment on, but I do really believe that there is some learning in this story in regards to this tragic passing of Mr. and Mrs. Hackman. It's just made me think of this broader story, and that is that caregivers need care too, and that they are vital, and that it is so important that we show up for them so that they can continue to show up for their person. I think that there's this common misconception that like caregivers, they got it figured out, they got it covered, they're good. I don't subscribe to that. I think that we need to be showing up for them so that they can continue to show up for their person.
So anyhow,
Yes.
I thought that was such a good statement to make, because a lot of people don't know or don't identify as a caregiver, or they don't know caregivers. And I was able to share that in to a group that I belong to that's a national caregiver group.
Yes.
But, you know, I've watched how she's cared for Bruce, and I don't know them personally, just from what they're sharing. And what an example as a caregiver. I mean, her husband has that dementia that's, I can't, it's like the frontal lobe or something like that. But but he's living and he's having the best life that he can possibly have because of a caregiver. So I thought, what a great message to share.
His other first wife or other wife,
Demi Moore.
Debbie Moore is helping also, is she not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's there. She's definitely in there, and so are their kiddos helping out as well. It takes a family effort to, you know, to keep that person that needs the care. You know, it's a full group effort, and I mean, it's the same with Sir Grace, but even like Grandma. I mean, you've got Grandma, you've got a team for her, but then all of us are in behind to oversee that caregiver, or that, you know, the care recipient. And and Wendy is right, caregivers need respite care. I get it. I actually get it myself. I get a little bit of some time off, a couple of days a week. We have actually another caregiver that comes in the home, and that way I can go run my errands and go to the doctor's office and stuff and kind of oversee him. And then we have a CSS that comes in that takes him out into the community independent of me. And that's really helped him kind of, I've seen a change in him with that program. He's showing a little bit more like my old Sir Grace, you know, just that life coming back. So, and it takes a lot too. And, you know, a lot of people can judge by the outside, but when you're actually in it and going through it, it's a lot. So, yeah.
Definitely. And I want to say, and I know you want to say, good morning, Conquest Mama. And
is she here? Did she slip in? Did I miss her?
She just popped in. And we want to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Conquest Mama. I hope you're having a great day.
Oh, we're so glad that you got to be here.
I see it there. I found her. Okay, I found her.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, and happy birthday. Yes.
People are saying hello. And I want to thank Jesse. He is just dropping link after link. Wyatt Earp link, Bruce Willis link. I mean, all these links.
He even shared the link for my bar that I ate, my little I saw that there's a caramel flavor. I was like, oh Lord, lead me not into temptation, but it's on his Amazon list. I'm gonna have to go look that up. I found him at Costco, and the way that I find out if it's high in protein is, so if the bar, let's see here. So this one in particular is 140 calories. So the first two numbers have to be higher than the calories for it to be considered higher protein. And the protein is 17 grams. So that is higher than 14. So that's how and I know that it may have things in it. Like, let's not talk about all the things that are in it, but I'm just saying, if I'm going to have a sweet treat and I need something and I'm doing okay, then I'm going to have that. But you know, it's good. It's real good. Now I can't eat certain things anymore. Like my favorite is Reese's peanut butter cup. I can't eat that anymore.
Yeah.
It's too sweet. Too sweet.
It is very sweet. Let's see. How are you going to eat your birthday cake? Oh, it doesn't matter if you have if your teeth have been worked on or a tooth pulled. I could eat birthday cake even if I've had my teeth pulled.
Yeah, me too. And if that was meant for me, I'm not exactly sure. I'll probably have a savory luncheon. That's probably what I'll have. And then Wendy said, I've always liked Demi Moore. I know, what a great actress. What a great, great actress.
No cake for Conquest Mama.
No,
Oh.
well, or take a rain check, or maybe a
Yes,
nice dinner, or a nice dinner.
yes,
I'd be
yes.
even a home
Well,
cooked meal.
with having her teeth work, maybe, yeah, it started saying maybe
I'll be
it's liquid
drinking.
today.
There you go. Cheers to Major. Although this is just water, so
I'm drinking milk today, and we didn't clink in today. Oh well, that's okay.
that's okay. Clink. There you go.
Yep. I thought about it,
Cheers.
and then it just went right out. Oh, let me tell
Well,
you what I've been getting into
hmm,
a mood for lately.
okay.
One of our local stores, if you clip digital coupons, right? Digital
Yep.
coupons.
Yeah.
Right now, and I may go back today, it'll be 3 days in a row. They have asparagus for 99 cents a pound.
Wow, that's a really good
Now you
price.
have that store in your town. It's been
Oh, okay.
$3.99 a pound. Yeah, it's $3.99 a pound. But with a digital coupon, it's been 99 cents. So I've made asparagus twice in a row. I go ahead
Wow.
and I put oil on it. Of course I
Mhm.
break it off where you break it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you have to snap it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I do oil and
Mhm.
garlic powder and onion powder and salt and pepper and a little
Ooh,
Mrs. Dash. And then you put it on a pan and you put it in the oven at about 350, 375 for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Oh, it's just like candy. It's so good. So
I
I'm
love it, and
thinking
it's roasted.
today I may have to go back.
That sounds good.
And cameraman and I have gotten into something the last 2 days that is like now this is not your favorite food. We've been eating salad.
Oh, yeah, it's not I don't care for seafood.
It's not, yeah, you're not a big seafood, but we've been eating seafood salad. It's just like we must need salt or something, I don't
Yeah, yeah.
salt my foods.
Yeah, I don't
And
either. I don't either.
it's been so
Um,
good. I have to.
yeah.
So
Well,
I think
when
maybe
we were Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I said when we were in Germany, Sir Grace and I stayed at a bed and breakfast. We won an all expense paid for trip
Yes.
to Bavaria, and it was a beautiful 5-star bed and breakfast, and you got breakfast and dinner included in it. It didn't include lunch, which was fine. I was like, wow, breakfast and dinner. I mean, that's 2 meals taken care of already, kind of caught up into everything, and it was paid for. So one of the nights we had white asparagus soup, and it had a white wine in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to be able to find that recipe. It was so good. So good. And yeah, it makes your urine smell. You're right, Major, but
Asparagus.
it's
Yeah.
good
Oh, I'm
for
going
you. It's so good for you. And then I've been craving salt lately too, but I've been eating brie cheese with a little bit of my home canned fig and wine jam that I
Oh,
made. That
excuse me.
was
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh,
That's like my cheat, like when other than like these bars, is having just like that fig jam. Oh, maybe next year or this year, sorry.
yeah.
After I get enough figs, I'll have to share that recipe. I can't make it again. These were all the figs that I grew. And I just would go out, pick them, wash them, throw them in the freezer. And then I had enough. And it's a ball recipe, so I can't take credit for it.
Right.
It's got local wine in it, and it's got rosemary that's
Thank you.
been like
Yes.
marinated in it, and then you pull the rosemary out. But
Oh.
it is so good, so good.
Oh. Did you see where Wendy has to deal with Rocky Mountain ticks?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I missed
Um,
it.
it must have been. I can see if I can get my phone. I can't. Nope. But yeah.
Hang on,
Yeah. Go.
I'll go back and I'll look.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yeah. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
very.
So she said, "Oh wow, asparagus is so good for your kidneys." I
Right.
have kidney issues from Rocky Mountain tick.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Conquest Mama, Ann was here just a little while ago, so she may be in the background here, but Ann,
No,
Miss
she's
Ann.
not here. Ann is right here. We brought in Flat
Oh,
Ann.
that Ann. You know who I thought, don't you? Ann Dale.
No. Oh, no. My mom. So my mom has
Oh,
an
she has an
appointment
appointment
today,
today.
which is why we're doing things totally different today. We're restreaming through two
Yeah.
channels, and I'm able, because the program I'm using, I can put the chat up so everybody can see. Like if you're on the Grace and Fire channel, you can see what's being said on the Ann Lynn Show, and vice versa. So I think I like that about this program that I have, because I always hear, well, I can't see, or I read, I can't see what the other person is saying because you all are streaming. So I thought this would kind of streamline that, and everybody feels like they can be part of the chat and see things. You can even talk to the other channel too. So you'll just have to wait for it to pop up on the screen. But yeah,
Yes. Now,
let's see. That's
Wendy, I don't know what that is. Yeah.
vegan. Vegan is like vegetarian, but
Oh,
no
I know
meat,
that, but she
no
suffers from.
eggs, no. Oh, okay. And Miss Ann
And
is here
Miss
too.
Ann is right. I knew. Yeah, she's here.
We love our
I'm
Miss
sorry.
Ann.
I got my Anns mixed up.
Well, my mom is right here, which I love that we did this Flat Ann. We did a video a couple years ago with Flat Ann. So she actually is here. She's just standing there and she's got her hands up. She's like, "Hi, I'm here."
I miss her
Hi.
today. I do miss her. I do miss her.
Um,
What we did, that is from a book. It's called Flat Stanley.
mhm.
And when my grandchildren were younger, they had to read that in school, Flat Stanley. And then the teacher assigned them their own, they had to make their own flat and their name, right? So
Mhm.
our youngest grandson, he we took and made the male character, and put his face on it, just like, well, anyway,
Mhm.
we made Flat, my Flat grandson. And we took him to an astronaut's capsule and put him up there. And we took him to a exotic animal farm, and he was listed. There he was with the giraffes and all kinds of odd animals. He was there, with them, and we took him everywhere. And he had decaf coffee with his memo. And anywhere
Oh
we
my
could think of. We
goodness.
took him fishing. He went fishing, and I can't remember. And we did it with our granddaughter too. We took her so many places. So speaking of granddaughter, my granddaughter was in Paris last weekend, Glenda.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
She's
I,
going. Yeah, yeah.
she is so adventurous. She reminds me of someone.
Well,
I
I
don't know
wonder
who
who.
she
I
reminds
don't
me of.
know. She's
Aunt
18.
Lynn.
She's in college in Spain for this semester. And so she and some
Yes.
friends went everywhere. They went to the Louvre, and they went to the Eiffel Tower, and they went to where the Couture and the Arc de Triomphe, and they went everywhere. And then for spring break, they're going to England.
I know. I was so excited about that. I'm curious where she's going to go, and I'd love to give her a couple of recommendations. I don't know
Yeah,
like how much time she's got, but I think the city, well, London is a cool place to go, but I
I
think
think
getting
London.
away from, okay,
Yeah,
let's say if she can get away from London though, there's some really pretty things out there. Some that it's just so many fun places to visit.
right. Yeah, I think I'm assuming if you go to Paris, you go to Eiffel Tower. I'm assuming if they go to England, they're going to go to London, and they're going to see all the sights, Buckingham Palace and Big Ben, and I
Maybe she'll
just
do the
assume
eye.
that
Maybe
do
she'll do the eye.
what?
The eye. It's the Ferris
Ferris
wheel. The
wheel.
eye. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, it's
Anyway,
funny. I'm wondering if she'll go to the Tower of London. My daughter went there for her
yeah,
elementary school trip because my kids were, and
in
they were
school
little when
there.
we lived over there. Yeah. And so she went to the Tower of London. She had no idea of like what it was about, She came
Yeah,
back. She goes, "Mom,
yes.
that was was nice. I enjoyed the Tower of London, and I'm thinking, if only you knew.
Oh, if you
Like,
only
just,
knew, you would have
only
enjoyed
you
it during.
knew. I know. And then my oldest boy, we went to Warwick Castle, and we went down into the dungeon, and he's looking at all the contraptions, and he was probably about 3 at the time. And
Yeah.
I just remember him being so mesmerized by all of it. And I thought, if only you knew what that was.
Yes.
If
Yes.
only you knew, you wouldn't think that was cool. But he was like, oh. But then a funny story. So Miss Kay came over to England and stayed with me for
Yes.
4 months. And she and I, again, it was at work. I took her with me. And I had 2 of my kiddos with me. And she wanted to go to the top. You can go up on the top of the castle and walk just walk around on the top of it. And it's outdoors. And so I see my sister at the top running, and then like several feet ahead is my oldest son, my little 3-year-old, running away. He thought it would be fun to take off on his auntie. And I was sitting down, like I could see them, and I'm just mortified watching both of them running on the top of this castle, thinking, please don't fall off. Please don't fall off.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, we know it ended well.
It ends in well, and yeah, I tease him about that. You took off on Miss K. You should never have done that.
Now,
but he thought it would be a fun thing.
Did you see what Conquest Mama said? London is fun. I've been there. The Tower of London was very cool. And Major goes, London is not that much fun if you have to live here. Imagine the traffic,
it's busy. Everybody and their brother wants to go to London, and very expensive. That's why I say, I tell people all the time, London is a neat place to visit. There's a lot of really cool things to see, but get away from it. If you can rent a car and go to different places, I highly recommend it. I have my list of places that I share with people. But it's more than just, it's like if people go, well, I went to the United States and I just went to DC, or I went to New York City. Well, really, you didn't go see the Grand Canyon. You didn't go see, different things,
Mount
so
Rushmore.
Yeah. See, your Conquest Mama said, I mainly stayed in Lincolnshire and East Midlands before heading to Scotland. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful country too. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning. We're so glad you're here.
But this adventurous side of your granddaughter reminds me of someone.
Wonder who it is. At her age, I was a travel agent, full-time travel agent. I know that that's young, but when we Ann and our brother and I grew up in Michigan, and you started school at our age. You started at 4 years old. So when you were a senior, you were going in at 16 years old and graduating at 17. And so I started part-time as a travel agent, part-time when I was 17. And then there was a full-time opening came. So by the time I was 18, which is her age, I had a full-time job as a full-time travel agent, and was blessed to be able to go to Ireland and just so many places. And it was a wonderful time of my life. I stayed there 5 years, and then I had several. You got to remember, I didn't know the Lord at that time, and I had several experiences on airplanes where we were even met on the runway with all the emergency equipment. So I let fear come in. After 5 years, I became afraid of flying. Isn't that something? So I decided I'd go and be a secretary at a big university, and I did that for about a year. And by that time, I decided to join the military, and that's when I joined the Army. I was a little bit older. And then you went
back on your adventure. You went back on an adventure. See, that adventurous side came back out.
It was a great adventure, and I would do it again. It took years to get over the military. I missed it. I missed it. I missed my friends. I missed, everything about it. Bladinator, guten Tag to you. So glad here. So glad you're here. Ann's not with us today. She is on an
Yes, she is.
appointment.
There she
There
is.
she, yep,
There she is.
there she is. We have flat Ann today,
And we are
and
co-streaming.
with Glenda from Grace and
Mhm.
Fire with Glenda
Mhm.
and myself. So we started let's see here. Oh, Jennifer is here.
popped
Hi,
in.
Jennifer.
Hello, girl. She said a lot of areas of Michigan are beautiful. I love going there all the time to go shopping. Yeah, I think the
Oh,
more,
Michigan is
you know,
beautiful.
we should,
Mhm.
well, it's not for everybody, but for me personally, I
Yes.
enjoy traveling and I've lived in other countries and you see things a little bit differently, I think, when you get out and you go see different parts of the world, see different cultures, try new foods. My thing, and I know this is not for everybody, but my thing is life is an adventure. Get out there and enjoy it while you can. And I am so blessed for that experience. We did it with the military. And it's funny because my kiddos will say, well, we didn't go anywhere. And I'm like, good grief. We had a lot of day vacations. Like, oh, we didn't go anywhere. We just went to Tokyo Tower. Oh, we didn't go anywhere. We just went to, to Stonehenge and saw a bunch of rocks on a hill or, oh, we didn't go. And I'm like, seriously? Like, ask how many kids your age who have traveled
Tokyo.
if they've gone anywhere and that, one of my kiddos was really shocked. I sat on the bus for his 8th grade trip. We went to St. Louis and the kid I was sitting next to said, I had never crossed the Ohio River. He had stayed in the state of Indiana, never crossed. And he was so nervous. And I'm like, we are so fine. And then he was nervous going into St. Louis and going up into the arch. And, and I got to hold his hand and say, it's going to be okay. And I'm grateful for that moment. I hope that we made it as special and as fun, but a lot of people don't travel and I don't know. Life's an adventure. You got to go out and see things. You appreciate life in a whole different perspective.
And you were stationed in Arizona, New Mexico, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And
I loved it.
You did a lot of day trips out into different areas too.
Oh my gosh, we did. Everywhere we started.
Yeah, you did great things. Yes.
Yeah, we did. And then we did it in Idaho as well. And we did it in Japan. I mean, Japan, I was gone a lot. My oldest was a model. She was born there and she modeled with an agency. And so we would go into Tokyo all the time, just her and I. In fact, I have the toy still to this day that she's on.
Right in the box.
Yeah. I have it in the box, and she was the model for it. I don't know. I loved it. I loved getting out and trying new things and meeting new people because I don't know I loved it. It is.
Back up. Can you back it up to the Bladinator a little bit?
Hang on. Well, I can see it. Moving to Germany taught me the most about myself. I agree with that. I agree with that. When you move to another country, you learn so many things, and you learn to see things through a different lens too.
Yes,
Troy's back. Yes. Hey, Troy.
And then I read your message to everybody this morning. Yes.
Yes, you were first in. Jennifer said, Farmington Hill is so nice. I had to drive through Detroit to get there, and I just don't stop the car and keep the doors locked. And then Conquest Mama said, we're in northern Michigan, and was raised in nature, which is my favorite part of the state. Brings fond memories of my dad. Yeah, absolutely.
Where I like Michigan, we were raised in Michigan, but where I really like Mackinac Island. I know it's a tourist destination. I know it's full of people, but I still have fond memories of the carriage rides and of the fudge. And the boat ride going over and coming back. And I just have good memories of Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island is really cool. Grandma and Grandpa took me and Miss Kay there when we were little, and I loved it.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
There are no motorized vehicles on Mackinac Island itself, and the
Mm-hmm.
only way you can get there is by boat. You cannot drive one way and come back by boat. You have to take the boat over and back. That's on my bucket list to go back, Glenda. That
Oh, it
really is.
is. Okay. Okay. Haha, the
Oh, the
fudge. Yeah, the fudge.
Oh, the fudge. There's nothing like Mackinac Island fudge. Yeah. And the big
Well, it's on
hotel,
my
the Grand Hotel. Mhm.
Oh,
What's
I'd
on
love
your
to take
bucket?
some rice there. My bucket list would be go back up to Boston area. Sir
Oh,
Grace and I met
really?
each other in that area, and
Yes.
I'd love to go back to Boston. And there's in Massachusetts there's a village, and it's called Old Sturbridge Village,
Hmm.
and I would love to go back to see that. I went there when I was real little, and it is it is a beautiful place to visit. So one of these days, that's like on my bucket list, and then kind of back into the Boston area, the cranberry factory is there, and then of course the Mayflower and all that. Which is funny because there's a lot of seafood there, and I just don't care for seafood. I
Oh, I
mean,
know. I know. And I love I could eat all the lobster they want to give me, and I love a lobster roll. Oh my goodness.
uh,
Um,
yeah.
Conquest Mama said, let's have a fudgy meetup, Lynn. Hey.
Yeah, all the fudge. Hey, we have a local you pick farm, and they make
Yeah.
really good fudge.
Yeah.
I have to kind of like go, do I want it? Do I not want it? Do I want it? Do I not want it? I was just there a couple days ago, picking up
Jennifer,
some
there
stuff.
never was a bridge at Mackinac Island. No, maybe they've built one, but there's never been a bridge going there. There's a bridge going over by it. There's a bridge near the Mackinac Island that connects, but not doesn't connect to Mackinac Island. Maybe Conquest Mama can help me out here. But unless they've built one, boat was the only way to go and come.
Yeah, I remember taking the boat
And
over when I
fudge.
went.
Oh, tea and fudge. Wouldn't that be great? Um, Cameraman and I are going to go to a place we've never been before. I can say the city because it doesn't matter. I've never been there before. We're going in the early fall to Shipshewana, Indiana.
Oh,
Never
I've heard
been.
wonderful things about Shipshewana.
It's Amish country. It is
Hmm.
Amish country. And I've been looking up things to do, and there's just all kinds of things to do. There's thrifting and there's antiquing, and cameraman on his bucket list is Puerto Rico. He got to go
Puerto Rico.
back a
Oh,
couple years ago, right? And
mm,
so Puerto Rico is on his bucket list. We just have to save up for airfare because there Mackinac Bridge, yeah, between the upper peninsula and the lower. That's what connects the two peninsulas. But that's the bridge we're thinking of, and it's Mackinac Bridge, but it doesn't go to the island.
yeah. So
Um,
in Puerto Rico is where
yeah,
cameraman's family is at. So feels. Well, he wasn't
yes, he
raised
has
in Puerto
family.
Rico, but his family, his cousins,
No,
and
but his family is there,
yeah, they're
right?
all there.
And yeah, and he went back for one of his aunt's 90th birthday
Oh,
party, and
love
that family, I'm gonna tell you, a Spanish family, a Puerto Rican family, are gracious um, host.
yeah,
They're host,
yeah, yeah. He's got a really
and
good
the
family.
food he does. They are gracious. And of course, we watch the videos on Facebook that his cousins and uncles send us, on Facebook.
I saw a little
And
bit
they're
of
out in
some
their
dancing
backyard.
too. I was just like the music and the dancing.
Oh,
I'm
they
in the
all
wrong
dance.
place. I'm in the
They
wrong
all,
family. I need to go join cameraman's family. I am his family. I'm his niece.
yeah.
But
Oh, they would treat you
I
as family. You would be
I
family.
would I want to
It
be
all
adopted.
adds up. Hi.
I want to be adopted. I'm like, could I please? Because the food looked fabulous, the music and the dancing. I'm like, yes,
Mhm.
sign me up for
The
all of
aunts
that.
are in their 80s. They're up there dancing. They're up there. Everybody
I love
dances.
it.
I don't care if you're 99 years old or
I
younger.
love it.
You're up there dancing.
I love it.
His one cousin he built a like an area on his home, and it's like a cabana area. It's covered. There's big TVs up so they can watch, stuff on, I guess, games and different things. There's a big bar that he's got and a dance floor. And of course, they have to have their generators because
Sure.
even after the Hurricane Maria went through, they still lose power. They still lose power.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but that's
So,
okay. I mean, they know how to take care of, they know how to survive when they've got to. And they know that family is most important, which I think a lot of us
yeah,
don't, but I think it is. I love
right.
seeing that
Very
connection,
close,
which we are
right.
too, as our family. We're super close here too.
Oh, we're
And I
very
think
close.
that's
We're
right.
getting together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're getting together.
Saturday
So
evening is,
yeah, I need to go ahead and
yeah.
address that. So for those, real quick, hi Lori. She slipped in real quick. So Saturday I will not be going live because. Go ahead, Aunt Lynn.
Oh no, because we are having our girls get together again, and it's Queen for a day, and we have someone in our family that will be
crowned.
Marked for Queen crown. Thank you. I couldn't think it. Queen for a day,
Yep.
Crowned Queen for a day.
And it's not either one of
and
us. I know who it is.
We all buy, I know, and it's usually just Glenda, Ann, and myself.
We're the committee
that pick up. We're the committee, and we pick up little gifts during the month because we know who we're going to celebrate. We know next month. We know the month after.
Yes.
And so we pick up little gifts. And this time the person is having a birthday the day before. So I think I've thrown in few little birthday gifts this time.
Oh, that's awesome. I did the same thing. So last month was my bonus daughter, and I will never call her my daughter-in-law. You'll never in a million years call her that. She's either my daughter-in-love or my bonus daughter because I love her so dearly. I struck gold as a mother-in-law with this one. And so we celebrated her, and she was just so, like, she said, I just felt so loved, and to be accepted into this family. And of course, because she is the amazing bonus daughter that I got lucky with. but we got to celebrate her.
Yes, really good.
Yeah, and I didn't share what we did, but for my gift to her was she likes tea, and so I bought her some beautiful teas from England, and I found a teapot from Kirkland's, was it Kirkland? No, it wasn't Kirkland. It was Home Goods, and it's white, and it was gold inlay on it. Just the coloring, it was like gold shiny. It had birds and flowers. It was just really beautiful and elegant. And then I found a gold frame with butterflies on it, which there's some significance to the butterfly within the family. And so I put my little one's picture in there for her office. So, and then I got her favorite mints, which Jesse, you might want to add this if you've not. They're called Spolari mints, and you get them on Amazon. They're a mentha, so they're mint. They're Italian mints. And my bonus daughter, when she comes over, she always looks at the candy dish and she goes, "Can I have one?" And I'm like, first off, you don't ask, you just grab. You are home. This is your right. But I always take like a handful for her. So for her Queen for a day, I bought her a big bag of them. I said, I want to make sure you have all that you want. You can still take some from me. I don't care, but I want to make sure you got yours for your office. But anyhow, I just, when it was all said and done, she felt loved and she felt special. She felt welcomed in. She's been part of our family for years now. They've been married for a while.
And they may say, how do you know what they like? We filled out little 3x5 cards, all the ladies, and we filled them out, and they put some of their favorite things down. So that's how we knew that's how we know to pick up things. This week, this person has already said what they like, and so hopefully we've hit a few of them. Anyway, we enjoy it.
it's not anything expensive, and really a lot of things are secondhand. We do a lot. Our
Right.
family,
We
thankfully, is open to secondhand things too, so we do a lot of that shopping and save money. But
oh,
really, it's just about making the person feel special and keeping, like loving on each other, and getting together as women in the family, and just having that bonding moment. I think the guys need to start doing something. I've been saying this for a
I know.
while. Maybe go
I know that would
cutting
be
or
nice.
fishing or something. I mean, they got to come up with their own thing.
Or
But
just going to Bass Pro and having dinner. Just going to Bass
go to
Pro and
B
then
Dubs or somewhere, watch a game or something. I don't know, something the guys would enjoy doing. But they need to
well,
start doing that too.
I know that my sons are going to get together, and I think there's a amusement place for adults. It's not Dick's. So
Oh,
and so and so.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave and Buster. I'm not saying that's where they're going. They may going to go see
Oh,
a
okay.
movie or something. I don't know what they're doing, but I know that a lot of people go to Dave and adults. I mean, go to Dave and Buster's, and
Yeah.
especially if you're into video games and different things like that. I guess,
For
and
sure.
my
For
sons
sure.
are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
anyhow, that's why I won't be live this Saturday, because it is our ladies get together.
right, right.
Well,
And we
well,
have
Aunt
dinner.
Lynn,
We have
it is.
dinner. Mhm.
Yeah,
One
we
thing
do. Oh,
Jesse
go ahead.
posted on if you are wanting to order anything from andales.com, you
Yes.
can see it right there. It's you can get 10% off if you use
Yes.
Lazy Days 10 for an extra
Yeah. Let's
10%.
all go support Miss Ann.
Right,
Go
right.
support
So
her.
thank you very much. Thank you, Jesse, for just dropping the links and adding so much to the show today. We appreciate all that you do,
We
all
appreciate
that
each and every single person that
our
joined us today.
moderators tell you, right, and
Your
we
friends that
have
have joined in and chatted away.
it's been
Yeah,
nice.
it has.
Major, it's good to see you and that you were able to be with us today and stay with us today. Last week you were
Absolutely.
weren't able to, and so we're just thankful when you're come all the way over
Absolutely.
from London, England. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Well, I want to just say thank you so much for hanging out with me, Aunt Lynn. This has been a
Thank
lot
you
of
for
fun.
hanging out
I know Mom
with
will be back next week.
me.
And with
Yes, yes.
the normal show, it won't look like this. But thank you for everybody that hung in there with us. We
You know
appreciate
what?
you. Go
I
ahead.
like this format. I like this restream. I don't know if your mom knows about it. I don't know. We use what is it that we use?
StreamYard. You
StreamYard.
use
But
StreamYard. I was using them, but they got really pricey. And I've used Restream
right.
before. And so I have plugged in, I have account access to the Ann Lynn Show. So I was able to plug into Restream. So
Well, I
maybe Mom
like
and I
this.
will have a chit chat.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
everyone, thank you for joining the official Ann Lynn Show and joining the Grace and Fire with Glenda show today. It's great because I could see all the chat. There's been chat on our side and chat on Glenda's side, but it's all come together as one big community. So
Yeah,
I
you guys can
appreciate
talk between both channels. I mean, which I think is
it.
nice too, because you have to wait for your comment to come up on the screen. And if somebody's on
Yeah,
Grace and Fire, you can say hi to anybody over on Ann Lynn. You can just say, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just hanging on this channel. You can have your
right.
conversations, which is what I like.
Yeah, there's my
Bringing
comments, but
community together.
And you are so welcome, Conquest Mama, for the greetings today on your birthday, and for Jerry at Butler Family Farm. It's his birthday today. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. And we hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
Jesse and Lisa, don't forget them. We might be late. We might be late, but we'll be there.
We'll be late, but I know Sir Grace will be at home with his phone going, let me see what's going on. So he might be there before me. But anyhow, y'all have a great day. We'll see you guys next week, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Granny kisses. Gotta give granny kisses.
Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
One more.
Have a great day. And then I always say, be kind to